main event. This contest is an iron fist matchup, and I will explain the rules when both men are in the ring. Introducing first.
We have witnessed a journey here tonight. And I'm not sure what it is, but there seems to be a feeling in the air, a sense of anticipation, but we're about to witness history as Spud looks to the impossible. What a night of wrestling action we have witnessed so far. And thanks to the Iron Fist rules, we are near enough guaranteed another 30 minutes of non-stop wrestling action from IPWUK. The gold is on the line in this, the main event of the evening.
Introducing first, the challenger, Spud.
And there you hear the announcement from Hardcore John Atkins, and there you see the battered, the beaten Spud, and Spud normally smiling, shaking hands, fans' hands. But tonight, Spud has already been through hell. And he knows he has a potential. Another 30 minutes of wrestling action, unless he can knock out Martin Stone.
And his opponent.
Someone's going through Spud's mind. He knows his opponent, Martin Stone, is bigger. He knows his opponent, Martin Stone, is stronger. He knows his opponent, Martin Stone, is fresher. And he knows his opponent, Martin Stone, is the IPWUK champion.
Making his way to the ring, he is the IPWUK champion, Martin Stone!
And there you see the domineering figure of our IPWUK champion Martin Stone. You may dislike his tactics, however, you can't argue with his success rate. This is a man who went to a time limit draw with Samoa Joe. This is a man who became best of British heavyweights, and this is a man who is the undefeated and reigning IPWUK champion. And Spud spitting defiantly in the face of Martin Stone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is an iron fist match for the IPWUK Championship. To explain the rules of the match, your official, Chris Hatch.
Back it up, guys, wait for the bell. This match will be fought over a 30-minute duration, most fought to decide the winner. If a knockout occurs, the match will end instantly. I've already explained the other rules to you. Want a nice clean fight. Thank you.
Have been explained to both men as if they didn't know them already. They have probably, well, knowing Martin Stone, he's probably read each and every single one of those rules, looking for loopholes, looking for ways out. But there is no form of escape from Martin Stone. This match will go for a 30-minute duration unless a knockout occurs. The person with the most falls at the end of the 30 minutes becomes the victor, as there you see straight away the strength advantage of Martin Stone, who just sends Spud crashing down to the canvas. Unfortunately, I've received no confirmation as to what would happen if this match goes to a 30-minute time limit and is declared a draw. I imagine that some kind of ruling on the night would have to be made. Sometimes we see sudden death, and sometimes a champion retains, but the championship advantage is most definitely not with Stone in this one. So again, you see him outpowering Spud. Stone almost mocking Spud. Normally you'd think that, Stone makes me sick. Normally you'd think that a match which has to go 30 minutes would favour the smaller guy, would favour Spud, the man with the cardiovascular conditioning. However, Spud has already been in 2 grueling contests and has sustained a severe chair shot to the side of the skull, which very probably could have caused concussion to Spud. Spud refusing to be seen by doctors in the back before this contest. Make any excuses is Spud. As far as he's concerned, this is a level playing field. He's been against the odds before and he will go against the odds again, and tonight is no different. Spud goes behind, looking for a waistlock, has it applied, but Martin Stone almost mocking Spud. Spud can't move Stone. Stone takes a leg of Spud. Spud sends him off the ropes. Went to sweep the leg twice, didn't work. A leg sweep worked. Lateral press could only get a 1 count, if that. Tilt and whirl head scissors connects. And this is what Spud is going to need to do if he's to win this contest, and that's use his speed against Martin Stone. It's a case of speed versus power. Which one's going to win? We will find out that answer over the next 28 or so minutes. Martin Stone taking a breather. He has all the time in the world as he sits down on that chair, but got to be careful not to be counted out as Stone. And almost as if he heard me, rolls in the ring, breaks the count, and rolls back out the ring. Martin Stone is a ring tactician, he's a ring general. He knows exactly what he's doing in that squared circle. He would be the IPW champion otherwise. The speed of Spud, once more countering the power of Stone. As Stone went for a clothesline, now Spud comes in, House of Steam, double knees in the corner, snapmare takedown, nicely done. It's a drop kick to the side of the skull from Spud. Lateral press. Not enough to put Stone down for the 3 count yet. What must be playing through the mind of Spud, the underdog? If he can get the 1, 2, 3 on Spud, one just on Martin Stone, sorry, a Stone with a high knee lift across the chest of Spud. That's going to knock the wind right out of his Spud. Wasn't burnt out enough. As there's a big scoop slam from Stone. Uses the momentum of the ropes to drop the knee. Can only get a 2 count. Up from Martin Stone, which falls a plucky underdog Spud. European uppercut connects, sending Spud crashing down to the canvas. And Stone connects with reverse elbow.
3, 4, 5.
Referee continuing the count despite the fact that Stone just kicked Spud, thus normally breaking the count. I'm sure if referee Chris Hatch saw that one, as Spud going for the bread basket of Stone, and Stone once more cuts him off.
1, 2, 2. Shot was up on the count.
Nice snap suplex from Stone, nice snap in motion. Just trained up from Chris Benoit did Martin Stone. Kicked him in section from Spud. And Martin Stone now choking away on Spud in the corner. What a huge release German suplex from Martin Stone. And Stone has Spud exactly where he wants him. Spud, of course, coming off that big victory over Dave Moralez, and then in the four-way, where Spud was victorious. And there's another release German from Stone. It looks like Stone could be looking to finish this one right here and right now with a knockout. Of course, under Iron Fist rules rather than Iron Man rules, a knockout would render this contest over and render Martin Stone the victor, but Spud rolling to the outside of the ring, and by rolling to the outside of the ring, Spud has broken the count from a knockout. Giving himself 10 seconds to get back in the ring, and Martin Stone follows Spud to the outside of the ring. Throws him back in. And Spud fires back with a series of chops, but then just one knife edge across the chest of Spud floors him, and one across the back will do the trick as well. Lateral press once more can only garner a 2 count from referee Chris Hatch. Spud looking to get himself to a vertical base, always fighting his Spud.
1, 2, 3, 4. Stop choking him.
Oh, and did you hear the impact of that chop in the corner? Stone comes in, House of Steam, Spud gets the boot up, now from a second strand, Spud, high cross, body connects! 2 count only. And Stone cuts him off. Just when you think Spud has the flow of momentum going his way, just when you think Spud has the advantage, Martin Stone clicks his fingers almost and cuts him off. Sit-out slam from Martin Stone, patented Stone, and it's still 0 falls apiece. And we're 10 minutes into this thing. It must be near 10 minutes. Also waiting official word from our MC and timekeeper John Atkins. Martin Stone taking time out to Georgiak with referee Chris Hatch. No idea why Stone doesn't just focus on the match and look to finish this one. It's quite conceivable that Stone could knock out Spud in these early stages with those big striking bar blows and those big suplexes. Stone is very much in control of this contest, as now he sends Spud off the ropes. Oh, Spinebuster connects, and I apologise, we're having troubles here with our hard camera. Spud has been tossed to the outside of the ring by Martin Stone once more. The count is being applied by Spud.
10 minutes gone by, 20 minutes remaining. Stay down, Spud. 5, 6.
Spud crawling his way back into the ring. Favouring that lower back, but it looks like he's going to make the count. Yes, Spud makes a count. Spud makes it back in the ring before that decisive 10 count. And Martin Stone just kicks Spud unceremoniously back to the floor, saying, "Get out of my ring." That's the sort of attitude that our IPWUK UK champion takes. He believes it's his ring, and anyone else stepping into it is an intruder. Now Spud gonna have to get himself back into the squared circle.
7, 8.
Makes it to his feet, makes it back to a vertical base. Stone realises that, pushes him in the ring, and hang on a minute. Just wait for an official word from John Atkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has awarded the first fall to Spud.
Referee Chris Hatch, I don't know what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Martin Stone went outside the ring to toss Spud back in, and it appears the referee Chris Hatch has continued his count. I've no idea why. Normally the referee would break the count and start again. Spud was clearly going to make it in the ring before the 10 count. Stone realised this, went to the outside to toss Spud back in, and due to referee, I'm not sure, Spud is being chased now by Martin Stone on the outside of the ring. We'll get back to his situation in a moment, but for now, Spud leads 1-0, and all he has to do is stay away from Martin Stone for the next 20 minutes, and we will have a new IPW UK champion as Stone sent crashing to the outside to that hard, unforgiving roar, and the inadequacy of referee Chris Hatch may have just cost Martin Stone the IPW UK title, as Spud with a new lease of life with a flip plancher to the outside of the ring, taking out Martin Stone, and the count is once more on. Are these men going to be able to make it back into the squared circle in time, or will there be a double count out here? Spud breaks a count, gets back to the outside. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll get back to the real news here in a minute, but Spud for now, we just say he's 1-0 up. As they're brawling on the outside of the ring now. Spud going for a scoop slam. Martin Stone cuts him off with a big forearm to the back, and Stone can't believe... Oh my, did you hear the impact? As Stone sent Spud crashing into that concrete wall. And I'm not sure if Hatch, we know Stone and Chris Hatch have a history with each other. We know they don't get along. Maybe that may have had something to do with it. The referee's supposed to be impartial. I'm not sure why on earth Martin Stone was just counted out, as Spud throws a broom into the skull of Martin Stone, and once more the referee being a little lenient here. One has to question what's going on, as this one seems to have broken down. Referee Chris Hatch has lost all control, as Martin Stone now picks up the broom back to a vertical base before Spud choking away on him. Something needs to be done to get these two men, A, back in the ring, and B, this contest back under control. Just to clarify, ladies and gentlemen, Spud is 1-0 up on Martin Stone. Chris Hatch, the referee, he's human. He made a mistake. In my eyes, he made a mistake. I guess we'll have to talk to him after the contest to find out what exactly was going through his mind when he counted out Martin Stone. But Martin Stone now has to be very careful. He's 1-0 down in an unfamiliar position of chasing the lead. Stone, if he wants to walk out the champion, has to pin, make Spud submit, or have him counted out at least once if he wants to retain his IPW UK championship. The advantage, the championship advantage we so often talk about for the champion, is now in favour of the challenger. Would have predicted this would have happened. It may have been a dodgy call, and that dodgy call may lead to Martin Stone prematurely losing his IPW UK championship. And I for one hope that that wasn't the decisive decision in this contest. Imagine the speculation that if it was, as there's a German suplex and Martin Stone holds on. And there's a dragon suplex, and this time Martin Stone releases, and maybe that decision from Chris Hatch was the worst possible outcome for Spud, because it seems to have lit a fire within Martin Stone. Spud approximately, I'd say about 13 minutes away from becoming the third ever IPW UK champion. Martin Stone's title reign is in serious danger right now, as he drapes a head and neck across the bottom strand and is choking away. There's no sense of urgency as of yet in Martin Stone, but believe me, Martin Stone is now working very much against that clock. It's not been a good night for referee Chris Hatch. A couple of dodgy decisions earlier on. And now this. As the IPW UK title hangs in the balance. A count out could have decided the fate of the IPW UK Championship. A count out could have crowned our new IPW UK champion, but perhaps I speak too soon as Spud gets caught on that top strand by Martin Stone. And what's Stone going for now? Superplex connects as both men are down. What would happen if both men were down for the count of 10? The match would have to end, but would Spud win the belt? The leg's hooked, but Spud kicks out at 2. And as it stands, Spud is 1-0 up on Martin Stone. A controversial decision, yet a decision which stands. The referee's decision, ladies and gentlemen, is final, be it right or wrong, and the clock is ticking as Martin Stone has just over 10 minutes to try and wrestle back his IPW UK Championship, as Spud now has Stone in the corner, nailing away on him, and there's a fire we've seen so often in Spud, and that enziguri to the side of the skull could be the knockout blow. And Spud, with almost a Vader bomb-like manoeuvre, a springboard splash, can only get a 2 count, can Spud. And now Spud sends Stone into the corner. There's a chop across her chest, and Stone cuts him off quite simply with a poke to the eye, highly illegal. A chop across her chest sends Spud crashing into the canvas. As now Martin Stone cranks in that chin lock. Oh, he has the arm hooked as well. A modified version of the Cobra clutch, from Martin Stone there. Looking to send Spud to sleep, and quite wisely using the hold to regain some breath. Stone has been in this fight for a long while, the bigger of the 2 men. This match does not favour him. However, we cannot forget that Spud has been in 2 previous contests. Now Spud tossed through the top, between the top and middle strand.
Gone, 10 minutes remaining.
There's 10 minutes now officially remaining. Spud still 1-0. I was getting ahead. There's Jack Storm. What on earth is Jack Storm doing here? We know himself and Spud have had their differences, but he's tossed a damn cricket bat to Martin Stone, and now he's distracting the referee, and Martin Stone has the cricket bat in hand. What on earth? We've seen Stone use a cricket bat in the past. Nails away on the skull of Spud, and now positions him leaning against a ring post there. And now Martin Stone, no, don't do it! Oh my good lord! And the referee saw it.
The referee has disqualified Martin Stone, therefore Spud is 2-0.
What the? Spud is 2-0 up. Martin Stone has been disqualified. Once more, referee Chris Hatch makes a controversial, yet this time, very clear-cut decision as Martin Stone uses a cricket bat against the ribs of Spud. And the referee's not counting out Spud here. Instead, he is trying to talk some sense into Martin Stone, explaining that Spud is 2-0 up. If Stone uses that cricket bat again, he'll make it 3 falls to nothing. And Spud, adhering, quite sensibly listening to that advice from referee Chris Hatch, drops a cricket bat and gets himself, well, doesn't get himself back into a ring, gets himself right on the Spud, right on the, don't move him for God's sake, he might have broken ribs, and Martin Stone doesn't care. Martin Stone has under 10 minutes left to get 2 falls, but he's just used a cricket bat against the ribs of Spud, and I guess Martin Stone could just pin Spud straight right now, but Spud fighting to get himself back to a vertical base. Sucking for air is Spud. He could be in some serious trouble as Martin Stone now bad-mouthing Spud, swearing at him, but and Spud defiantly Spud spits in the face of Martin Stone, and Martin Stone, that's exactly what he doesn't want to see, as there's a cover. Spud, wisely or not wisely, got his foot on the ropes to break the fall at the count of 2, and I don't think Martin Stone can believe it. Spud now, Spud on his way to becoming the IPW UK champion, if he can avoid being pinned twice. There's a short arm clothesline there, sends Spud crashing to the canvas. Samoan drop connects from Martin Stone, and now there's a sense of urgency from the champion. And Spud again, but Spud finds a heart, Spud finds a desire, Spud finds a will to kick out at 2.5. Spud will not give up, and Martin Stone can't believe it. I think the fans are sensing it now. We are very much on the way to seeing a new IPW UK champion be crowned. As Spud now is dead weight. Stone went for a powerbomb, but Spud is all but... Oh my! I speak too soon. The sheer brute strength of Stone. Pinning combination. 2 count only. 2 count only again. And once more, Martin Stone can't believe it. We are seeing a sense of urgency from Martin Stone. Stone now has to pin Spud 2 times if he is to even think about retaining that IPW UK title. And there's a series of forearms to the side of the skull, looking for a knockout now. If he gets a knockout, it'll be over. Very much like a defeated boxer, going for nothing but Spud, firing back with a series of forearms, chops, forearms and chops, and there's still firing Spud, but Stone catches him with the... Oh my! Spud flips through to his feet, and we're going to see a new IPW UK champion. Spud is alive and well. Spud with the adrenaline. Oh my, there's a release overhead suplex from Martin Stone, and this is it. 2-1, 2-1, no, Spud again Spud kicked out, and Spud is still 2 falls to nothing up. It's 2-0 from the native of Spudleyville, Birmingham. Spud is 2 falls to 0 up on Martin Stone. Spud is just minutes away from being crowned the 3rd ever IPW UK champion. As Spud now telegraphing a superplex attempt from Stone, and headbutts using his head. This is pure desperation, pure heart from Spud. He's overcome the cricket bat, he's overcome the cheating of Stone, and now Spud from the top. Oh, Martin Stone catches him. T-bone suplex release from Martin Stone. And Spud again Spud kicks out. As we're just 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes from seeing a new IPW UK champion be crowned. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm getting a little excited, ladies and gentlemen, but I don't think sitting at home you can realise the feeling it right here live in the Orpington Halls, which is why you need to get yourself down to these events live. There's a buzz in the air. It's almost like we're witnessing history. We're about to see a new IPW UK champion be crowned, but maybe not. Martin Stone signaling for it. Martin Stone going for London Bridge, his trademark, and if he hits this, it's Spud through to his feet, and now going for a sleeper. Hang in there, Spud, hang in there. Spud has this, oh my, Stone cuts him off by pushing him into the corner, and all Spud has to, oh, and again, the heart, the tenacity of Spud, as he gets that sleeper hold once more, but Stone with a judo throw, but Spud back to his feet, ducks a clothesline, Inzaguri to the side of the skull, and for a third time, Spud locks in the sleeper of Martin Stone. If he can just hold it, if he can just hold it for 3 more minutes, he'll be the new champion. But Martin Stone again, squashing Spud in the corner. Spud, 2 falls to nothing up, and Spud holds on. Martin Stone with that judo throw again, but Spud, the tenacity, the heart, holds on. And if Spud can just hold this, regardless of if Stone submits or not, if Spud can just hold this for another 3 minutes, he will be the new IPW UK champion by defeating Stone. 2 falls to nothing, ducks a clothesline, does Spud. And going for the satellite DDT connects. Cover him, Spud. Cover him. Oh, but no. Spud wanting to put an exclamation point on this victory. Forget about the controversial first fall. Spud looking to put an exclamation mark on this victory with a frog splash that connects. And Spud hooks a leg. This is it. It's over. No. 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 Martin Stone kicked out. If he never kicked out there, Spud would have put that beyond shadow of a doubt. But as it stands, Spud is 2 falls to nothing up. There is no time left for Martin Stone to get back in this, ladies and gentlemen. Roughly 2 minutes remain as Stone cuts on Spud, and this a last course of desperation as Stone takes a head off of Spud with a huge lariat.
2 minutes remaining.
2 minutes. You heard the official announcement from John Atkins. We're 2 minutes away from seeing a new IPW UK champion be crowned. There's Martin Stone now for a second time, going for his trademark, going for the patented London Bridge, and this time connects and folds Spud up like an accordion. Now Stone's going to have to go for the cover or hope for a knockout. Oh my, Spud's not moving. Spud's not moving from the London Bridge, the most devastating move in professional wrestling today. Spud's not moving, and if he can't make it to his feet before the 10 count, this one will be over. Get to your feet, Spud, come on, you've got 1 minute left. Oh, it's over.
After 28 minutes and 50 seconds, as a result of a knockout, the winner of the match and still IPW UK champion, Martin Stone.
I can't believe it. Spud was in 2 matches previous to this one. He has gone 28 minutes and 50 seconds, 1 minute 10 seconds short of becoming the 3rd ever IPW UK champion. Your heart goes out to Spud. What an effort. But what an effort from our IPW UK champion Martin Stone as well. You may dislike his tactics, you may dislike the man, but you have to respect his credentials and his wrestling ability. Stone is still the champion.
I took Samoa Joe to a time limit draw. He couldn't beat me. Not defeated for 3 years and couldn't beat Martin Stone. This is why I won Best of British, and as I've just proved, I'm Britain's best heavyweight. And Spud has just proved he hasn't got the right to stand in my ring. So whether you like it or not, I am your IPW UK champion.
I guess he got that one right. Martin Stone victorious. Your heart has to go out to Spud. It feels like a little bit of an anti-climax for me, but ladies and gentlemen, Martin Stone still your IPW UK champion. Spud's down in the ring. Spud's hurt.